Okay, so now we're going to start building our thing. We've saved our whale photos. We're going to go get the text in just a moment, but we're going to start by building these guides, and we're going to have rulers like this. So we'll be starting from scratch. So I'm going to say File and New Document. I'm going to click on my Print Document options, and I just want a letter size document. Really simple, 8.5 by 11. Over here, one of the things that we're going to do this time is we're going to select picas as our measuring unit. And we're going to turn off facing pages. We don't really need that. Facing pages is for when we're printing front and back, and we're only printing the front. It's not really going to matter this time, but eventually this is going to be an important thing. So it's a good habit to get into turning off facing pages if we're not going to put anything on the back. And then I'm going to say create, and it looks like a pretty ordinary document. My rulers are already visible. If yours are not, we're just going to go up to view, and yours will say show rulers here. And so we'll have our rulers in there in picas. Picas are a print, a specific measuring unit, and in picas, 6 picas equals an inch. And so we're going to put guides, and just like Illustrator, guides come from the rulers, vertical guides come from the vertical ruler, and horizontal guides come from the horizontal ruler. So we're going to put 2 vertical guides, and these are going to create our margins, and I'm going to put one right at 6 picas, so 6P0, and then one at 45 picas. So it says 45P0 when I'm holding it. So I've got 2 guides vertically. And then I'm going to put a series of guides horizontally. The first one is going to go at 9 picas. And so I'm going to wait until it says 9P0. That's where my headline and byline are going to go. And then my next guide is going to go at 12. And the difference between 9 picas and 12 picas is 3 picas, so that's a half an inch, and this is actually going to be our margin. I'm going to put another pica guide down here at 21 picas, and so from 12 to 21 picas is 9 picas, so that's an inch and a half. And then this is where our photographs are going to go. Then I'm going to put in another half-inch margin, and so that will be at 24. 24P0, there we go. So there's a half-inch margin, so that'll be white space. And then this is where our text is going to go. We're going to have about a 1-inch margin down here at the bottom. So I'm going to put my final guide all the way down near the bottom at 60P0, 60 picas. And so this area is going to be my text, this area is going to be my photographs, and this area is going to be my headline and my byline. So we can start putting some stuff in here. I think I'm going to start by putting in my photographs and then my text box. So the photographs, we're going to grab our rectangle frame tool, or the rectangle with the X through it. And I want to make a 9 by 9 box, 9 picas. And so I can, if I hold the shift key, I can see that I drag this out right to 9P0. And so I've got a 9P0 box. I can hold the option key, or I can Command C, Command V to copy and paste it. I'm just going to drag 3 more so that I have a total of 4. I'm going to select all 4 of them, and I'm going to use my Align tool to make sure that they're centered with each other. And then I'm going to use the Distribute Spacing option to make sure that the spacing in between them is all even. So now they're all equally spaced. And so that's where my 4 photographs are going to go. And then I'm going to make a text box that fills this space. And so I'm going to click in the this corner at the 24 pica guide and at the 6 pica vertical guide. And I'm going to drag it all the way down to the bottom of that guide. And it might help us here, one of our options in InDesign, it's hard to see this box right now because of the guides. The guides are kind of hiding it. But we can go up to type, and near the bottom, we can say fill with placeholder text. And all that does is put some lorem ipsum in there so that we can see where the text is going to go. And so then the next thing we're going to do that is totally new is we're going to make this a 2-column box. And so I want to make sure that I have this box selected. And so I switch to my selection tool, select the box. I'm going to go up to Object, Text Frame Options, and then under General, my first thing is the number of columns, and I'm going to tell it that the number of columns is 2. By default, my gutter, or the margin in between 2 columns, is 1 pica, and I think we'll stick with that right now, although we may go back a little later and adjust it up. But 1 pica should do for right now. And so now I have a 2-column text box. And I think I'm going to stop there for just a minute, and then we'll get back to this.